Okay. So, Rahul, introduce yourself to the panel.
Respected sirs, my name is Rahul. I was born and brought up in village Balkara of district Charkhi Dad in Haryana. I did my secondary and my senior secondary education from Haryana State and my graduation physics honors from University of Delhi. I worked in Decathlon Sports India Private Limited for a brief amount of time, and afterwards I started preparing for UPSC in 2019.
Okay. So, you are from district Charkhi Dadri, right?
Yes, sir.
And when was this district formed?
So this district was formed in 2016, sir.
And earlier it was a part of which district?
See, so earlier it was a part of Bhiwani district, sir. It was
Right.
bifurcated in 2016, sir.
So, can you recall the reasons? What were the reasons to bifurcate that district?
So demand of bifurcation was long pending. The demand were regarding the unbalanced development. This was the one of the main reasons, sir.
Okay. And for what this district is famous now? Charkhi Dadri? Anything particular?
So district Charkhi Dadri is famous for mining. There have been a lot of mining areas. And secondly, sir, district Charkhi Dadri in current scenario is famous for, it used to be cement hub in Dalmia under Dalmia Group. And right now, this district is famous for the wrestlers, boxers, and cement, sir.
Wow. Right. So, which mines are found there?
Sir, the sand mining is sand and stone mining is prevalent, sir. Considering the Aravali part of Charkhi Dadri doesn't have any mines like marble and those. So sand mining and stone mining is done in Charkhi Dadri, sir.
Okay, okay. And what are the raw materials required for the cement industries?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't have the knowledge about that.
Okay, and so there is single company like Dalmia Cement is there. Is there any other companies?
So Dalmia Group used to work in Charkhi Dadri, but then the cement factory got closed. Right now, there are small companies which are doing the mining, sir.
Okay, and which famous wrestlers are from there?
Sir, the Fogart sisters, Srimati Vinesh Fogart, Babita Fogart, Geeta Fogart, and all of them belong from Charkhi Dadri district, sir.
Okay, so there was this wrestlers protest going on at Jantar Mantar for past few months, right? It has been
Yes, sir.
recalled now, but it was going on. So, what do you think? Was the government stance right on that? What steps should be taken by the government?
Sir, government of India not only ensure that the demands of the wrestlers are heard, but they also ensure there is a committee under the chairmanship of Miss Mary Kom for the allegation. While Wrestling Federation of India working committee and the executive department was overtaken by the Indian Olympic Association during the time. At the same time, sir, they was approached to participate in the undergoing Asian Games trial. Sir, the issue arose because there was a lack in the filing of the FIR, which is a right given to the wrestlers under the Constitution and the statutory provisions and the judgments of the Honorable Supreme Court. So that was the reason that the issue became this.
So, do you think we as a society, as a country, as a whole, are we serious about these sexual harassment issues in at a workplace? Are we serious about that?
So considering the present scenario, there are certain issues. For instance, most of the federation, national sports federation in India, doesn't have a working ICC, and this one of the reasons. So overall, so there has been some lacuna in the society acceptance of the sexual harassment cases, the judgment, the pass on that, and the process taken. But the scenario is changing. So it's been better from the past scenario where the demands and the issues weren't raised on the state and the level issue and what once spoken freely. But the scenario has been changing in recent times.
But do you think such things in your society? Like in Haryana, the sex ratio is quite low, right?
Mm.
And there has been the cases of partiality against the women.
Yes, sir.
So, what do you see in your society, and how do you think we will improve on that front? Are we
Uh,
improving?
Yes, sir. Not only the society which is prevalent in Haryana, but overall nationally also we are improving, sir. The participation of women in sports, in labor force, in these increasing, sir. This is sign that the women are opening up, and the judgment, so sexual harassment in workplaces, the law was demanded. The law came to the forefront because of the issue, so that the women have a safe and secure way to raise their concerns and find the due diligence from the uh, industry and the government. The same time, sir, the society has to come forth and accept that such issue exists, and we have to provide support to victims, but have to ensure that there should be fair trial and fair investigations.
Okay, so what happened in 2012 to Nirvaya? Recently, there has been a video circulating from Shahwa Dairy in Delhi, right? When the girl was killed by that boy, you must be aware of that. The
Yes,
problematic
sir.
scene is that the society, the people crossing the roads, they were just seeing it and not taking any steps. So don't you think this is the perfect illustration of our country, that we are just fence sitters and we are just seeing the things and no one is willing to protect the girls?
Yes, so that's one of the sad tragedy that might be highlighted, sir. But at the same time, there have been instances when the people have come front to save kids and the women from suffering any issue. There have been people who come forward to raise concerns regarding the domestic violence and other issues, being neighbors or being well known. Such issue raise concern about the society as a whole regarding how the society is able to tolerate such incidences. And in these situations, we have to raise awareness on the ground level so that they understand the human life is sacred. And in such situation, the society has to intervene, and there is a raise of the morale overall.
Okay. So you studied from DAV.
Yes, sir.
What is the full form of DAV?
Sir, Dayanand Anglo-Vedic, sir.
And it was the idea of which great person?
Sir, Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati.
Okay. And what was his role in the awakening of India?
Sir, in the Aviniknu India, he was the first person to propagate the idea of Swaraj, where he said that the India should be for India, India should be India for Indians. The same time, sir, he started the reformist movement where it can be seen that he tried, and the Arya Samaj, the society propagated by him, started to focus on to remove the evils of the day that was prevalent in that time. So,
And his what was his idea regarding Vedas?
sir, his ideas regarding Vedas, that the Vedas are the infallible authority and we should be moving back to Vedas, sir, because of
And
the issue which were prevalent. Yes, sir.
his famous calling was going back to Vedas. He wanted the society to move back to Vedas, and everyone
Yes, sir.
should know about Vedas. Right. So you passed out from Stephen's College. You
Yes,
graduated
sir.
from there. Can you tell us few notable alumni from your college?
Sir, current Chief Justice of India, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, current External Affairs Minister, Mr. S. Jaishankar, past former Chief Justice of India, Justice Ranjan Gogoi, uh, sir, current Chairman of the Bajaj industry, Mr. Rahul Bajaj, the person who recently, Mr. Sir Ivan Menins, who recently he was the chairman of the Diageo Group, who recently passed away. At the same time, sir, Mr. Khushwant Singh, writer. So these I am the able to recall from top of my head, sir.
Yes, yes. And Shashi Tharoor was also from that college, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So great legacy, right? So you worked at Decathlon.
Yes, sir.
So what is their idea of, like, they are spreading very fast in India in the tier 2 cities as well. So what are their
Yes, sir.
marketing strategies which are allowing them to penetrate in tier 2 cities?
So their marketing strategy is providing the products at under one roof. The idea of box store and where the products are accessible and very affordable, sir. Because compared to the other competitors, Decathlon products are very easy to purchase. And there is a secondly, sir, the concept given by the warranty regarding the products and the customer service. Third idea, which makes Decathlon very accessible, is, sir, the employees over there. The employees are trained in their products and they have the working knowledge as well as the understanding the products how it works, and they provide assistance which increases the overall customer experience, sir. It ensures that the customer has a inclination to come back to the store.
Yes, yes. And there is also another section for children where they can play whatever they want. So
Yes, sir.
children
Like,
wants to
yeah,
go again and again. Right.
that's one
Right.
of the good
So
strategies, sir.
yes, yes. So for ukulele, I just understand that it's a four-string guitar only. Is there any other difference?
Sir, uh, I beg to differ, sir. Ukulele is very different from guitar, sir. Guitar has six strings, all of them are different in tune, and ukulele has very mellow and soft sound, sir. I don't know any sad song which doesn't sound good on ukulele. So also more than that, sir, ukulele is very easy to adapt. It only has four nylon string. It doesn't hurt your rings that much. It's very easy to purchase. A good guitar comes from around 7 to 8 thousand, but ukulele only comes around for 1 to 2K.
Right, right. So what is this? What is the difference between hiking and trekking?
So the majority of difference lies in the intensity of the intensity of the workout, and secondly, is the time. Hiking is usually done from one day, it may be a night, but trekking is spread over multiple days. Secondly, the intensity, hike, steepness is higher in trekking, sir.
Okay.
And
So
also,
there is one term which is quite associated with trekking. That is AMS. Are you aware of that?
yes, sir.
What is this?
Uh, So AMS is high altitude mountain sickness. So it's the symptom which occurs in you when you increase very fast. You're not able to adapt to the weather conditions. So you start having nausea, maybe vomiting, headache, and these conditions. These are known as roughly known as altitude mountain sickness, sir.
Okay. So few treks which you have went out for and which you want to suggest us. Can you recall?
Uh, Yes, as few treks I went is Kedarkantha Peak. So it's a summit peak. So you'll have 360-degree view of the mountain range. You can also go for Indarhar Pass. So it's a very beautiful pass. You'll be crossing through the Trivand Hill and going through the natural caves. And while crossing from Kullu to Lahore Valley, sir. So another you can roam around the Mukteshwar area, which is very Nainital Lake. You will be able to see the both Nainital and Brahmtal Lake, and will be able to see the Mukteshwar hike, which is very famous for rock climbing and rappelling, sir. So some of the
Uh,
tracks which I haven't been to,
Okay.
but I like to really suggest. Sorry, sir.
okay. So that's all from my side, Rahul. Now over to you, Mayank, sir.
Hello, Rahul. Like,
Hello, sir.
tell me, why do you want to join Indian Forest Services?
Sir, may I have a second to cut someone's call, please?
Yes, yes.
I apologize, sir. May I, sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, one of the reasons that I want to join Indian Forest Service, it's a prestigious service, its own social standing and social respect, sir. So being born and brought up surrounding nature, I have realized that this job will provide me job satisfaction, which is really crucial in life, sir. Secondly, this is the job which aligns very well with my hobbies and my interest in outdoor areas.
All right. So, like, why did you leave the job in at Decathlon?
Sir, since my college and my graduation time, I always wanted to work in the government sector, sir. But I joined Decathlon for specifically for financial stability and to have some interpersonal growth because I realized that I haven't gained much experience while working in different societies in college. So I specifically joined Decathlon so to improve my communication interpersonal skills, sir. I left in 2018 and 2019 my whole job career so that I can prepare dedicatedly for the UPSC.
All right. So, like apart from communication skill, what other two things have you acquired from your job which might be helpful in helpful to you as IFS officer?
So one thing I've required as a being a customer relationship manager, my job wasn't directly dependent, so I honed my skills regarding negotiation and functional management, sir. I have to motivate people to focus on the customer, although I wasn't direct manager or direct responsible for them inside the company, sir. Second thing, I realized the patience and the understanding, sir, because there were times when I had to not only work for multiple hours, but have to be very comfortable with the customer at who brings any multiple variants of issues. So
Okay.
these
So
two
okay.
issues I think will.
Okay, so you talked about your negotiation skills, right? So, like, I'll give you a case study that you are a director of a national park and or or a protected area, and from there is a village there, right? And because of the policy, you want to relocate that village to the outside of the forest. So, and you are the in charge. So, how? Just tell me in brief, what all argument will you make? How will you negotiate and convince people to move out of the forest?
Uh, so instead of focusing on the whole forest, my focus would be on the first family, which will be easier to move out because that will be lead to a domino effect. Second would be try to choose person who's somewhat literate in the area. Third would be, sir, I'll be focusing on what tools I can use. Suppose prospect of a good education for their wards, prospect of good infrastructure inside the house, some health facilities. I'll use these prospect for the person who is able to convince faster, which can lead to domino effect in moving the whole village out, sir.
Okay, okay. Now, last question on this theme is that tell me what qualities do you have which you think can make you a good IFS officer?
Uh, Sir, physical inclination to work in the nature, sir. Second is curiosity. Third is, sir, uh, I'll be considering so I'll be working in forest areas. I try to focus on the team management. The fourth would be, sir, regarding the integrity so of my work, which will be required in ensuring that the departments are working in sync, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. So, like, your first choice of cadre, you have not chosen Haryana, but you have chosen Madhya Pradesh. So, tell me what is the forest cover of Madhya Pradesh, as it is your first choice of cadre?
Uh, Sir, I'm sorry, sir, I don't remember the exact date. I remember this is the highest forest cover in absolute terms, but I'm sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall the exact absolute number and percentage.
Okay. So, are you aware how many national parks are there in Madhya Pradesh?
Yes, sir, there are 11 national parks, sir.
And how many national parks in Haryana?
So there are two national parks in Haryana, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, so like I'll ask this last two question before winding it out. Have you heard the term Patjhad?
Padjad, yes, sir.
All right. So tell me when is this Patjhad observed in say Delhi? When do you observe this Patjhad in Delhi? Will you agree? Will you agree that the
Sir, in
Patjhad?
regard,
Will you agree that the Patjhad or the autumn, what we call, it is different in India than it is in the West?
yes, sir. See, considering India has varied vegetation areas, the leaf fall season doesn't exactly match with as matches in the West. So in Delhi, I have realized the leaf fall season is before winter, sir, usually.
Okay, okay. So, like, there is only one Patchad in Delhi, or more than that? You must have observed, right? You must have observed tree. You have lived in Delhi.
Yes, sir. So I am able to only recall the winter season with before there is an increase in decrease in temperature. So the leaf fall seasons comes around that, sir. I haven't seen much of the leaf fall during summertime, sir.
Okay, okay. So my last question to you, Rahul, is that like if I say you that if there is a complete ban on felling of trees, so is that thing beneficial for the forest? A complete ban on felling of
No,
trees,
sir.
is it okay? So why do you think so?
So in forest there might be trees which are diseased, and which if there is a complete ban on the felling, there's the disease could spread to the different trees. Secondly, sir, usually whenever the trees grows with age, their carbon sequestration capacity reduced down, and it has been a proven fact that the young trees has faster carbon sequestration compared to the older trees. So this could lead to the decrease in the overall capacity in long term, as well as also the invasive species and the disease tree could lead to the safety and the security of the whole forest as a whole, sir.
All right. So like you also have this physics as your optional. So tell me in very brief that what is
Yes,
the
sir.
difference between general theory of relativity and specific theory of relativity?
The basic difference is regarding the position and the speed, sir. Special theory of relativity works on objects which are moving at the constant speed with each other or rest at each other. But when there is acceleration, general theory of relativity takes over, sir.
Okay. So what is the second law of Newton?
So second law of Newton is regarding the force, sir. Uh, second law is force equal to mass into acceleration, sir.
Okay, okay. And what is the second law of thermodynamics?
Uh, Second law of thermodynamics, sir. Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall right now.
Okay. So the last question is, suppose I give you a case that suppose there is this earth and we have digged a hole from the top of the earth to the bottom of it, right? The hole is going through the
Yes, sir.
center of earth. And if you put a ball there, what will happen to the ball? Will it reach the other end, or will it not reach the other end?
So the ball will undergo simple harmonic motion inside the uh, tunnel around the center of the earth, sir.
All right, all right. So I think Rahul, that's it. Like that's it for the session. So your session is over. You can leave the call.